Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if
Kermit,
you're saying
like
not to do...
Yeah,
Wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy...
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the, probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Dude, that whole fucking Kermit and Friends shit, bro, it's literally like they exploit so many like these fucking like mentally ill motherfuckers, bro. Like people call us mentally ill, but we're not like mentally ill. Those Kermit and Friends fuckers, they actually have motherfuckers with disabilities and shit on there.
I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I'm Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. I was up all night last night with that new intro. I hope you guys like it. It's so confusing because I'm like, is this better? Is this worse? Is this better? Does this make people more excited for the show or not? I think the intro music should think about a chord change. All right. You know, I'm open to suggestions here. If anybody wants to make an intro, please do everything because I don't like staying up all night making things. So I got some gifts in the mail this week that I'm excited to open. Like this is from Kay Jobs, right? Kay Jobs, who was in another lifetime. She was who was she again? She was Cleopatra. She sent me this really nice card. Oh, this is so sweet. What a doll she is. What a doll. She's such an adorable person. She wants me to manifest things. It's so funny. She sent me this about manifestation. Last night, I was listening to Esther Hicks, Robert Puff. I was reading this book about being happy days. Leaf King sent me this book. And I've just been doing everything possible to be like happier. Everybody knows that I lost my job recently. They became obsessed with me and just like overly obsessed, like harassing me every day. So now I'm doing things to feed myself of positivity. So I'm reading that book that Leaf King sent me. I started to do Buddhism, which seemed good. So now Supertramp send me these nice beads, these Buddhist beads. So this is supposed to help. I'm just doing everything possible, just trying not to get involved in any negativity. I think Supertramp also sent me this. He's really into being a Buddhist. When people are Buddhists, they are really, really, really super into it. Hi, Lisa. Here's a little gift for your shelf. Hang on to it. It will become more valuable as time goes on. It's a collector's item. I hope every time you see it, you think of the friendships you and Kermit created. Oh my God, that is so freaking nice. Kermit, my dog, before she passed away. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my God, it's Legos of the Muppets. Oh my God, this is so cute. Oh, I love this. Thank you, Supertramp. Oh, that's so sweet. And then Connor, this guy Connor, a new person here, sent me this t-shirt. He's like a designer. And he sent me this like really cool t-shirt. It's very thick. And he also dressed our last week's guest, Flappy. So now he's dressing me and he sent me this and it's like super nice. And what a doll he is. Connor has his own clothing brand. So anybody with like a clothing brand or anything they want to promote, send it here and we'll be excited about it. And we'll help you promote your brand on our show. Our show is doing pretty good. The Kermit and Friends Discord server is okay. I mean, a lot of people are leaving, right? A lot of people are leaving our Kermit and Friends fan club. It's disturbing how many people are leaving, but you just keep going. You don't worry about it. You just like forget about that part and just try to be positive. Right, Wheezy?
Right. First of all, I want to say I love the intro personally. I saw that and I was like, perfect. I love it. It's great.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was up all night. Like Leaf King. Poor Leaf King, by the way. I'll work on something, then I'll send it to Leaf King and I'll say, can you make this better? Yeah. And then he'll make it better. And then I'm still not happy with it. And then I can't sleep. And then I'm up all night. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, like, what can I do? I just want to make it so perfect. And it's just so stressful.
Yeah, no, Leaf is awesome. He's always got your back, that's invaluable. You can't get people like that.
Yeah, he's a really good producer and so nice. And like, he never complains. I'm like, oh, can you change this? And I change my mind like a million times. And I drive myself nuts. I really do. I drive myself nuts like every day. I'm not well, obviously.
None of us are.
yeah. But you're doing well. Are you?
I am. I do miss you because I used to talk to you so much more when I was in the Discord, and I do miss the Discord, and I'm coming back soon. But you just said that people are leaving still. Still people are leaving?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like that many people are in there, honestly.
Oh, no. Well, I've heard that it's died down a little bit. A lot of the negativity is gone. So I'm coming back. I am.
Yeah, the negativity is gone, but that's like everybody. So.
Yeah, well.
But something positive that's happening, Weezy, is we have two great guests. The first guest, this guy, Bob Levy, right? Do you know who he is?
Oh, my God. I'm so excited about Bob Levy. I love him. He's so funny. I was talking to Eric about it, and I didn't know that Eric actually lived with Bob Levy for a little bit.
Right. High Pitch Eric was a big help. So a lot of people helped me with this interview. High Pitch Eric was one of the first people that I spoke with about Bob Levy. And I spoke with him. He said that a lot of nice things, very, very nice things about him. And then Woofy and who's that other guy? And Buffalo.
He told me that he was helping.
Yeah, that guy is a really good guy. He helped me. So I made a lot of notes because like Leaf King sent me like a lot of questions, but then I went on. See, the good thing about the Discord servers, you could hop on voice chat at any time and talk to people. So if I have a guest like Bob Levy that I want to get some good information out of, I go on the Kermit and Friends Discord server on the voice chat and I say, hey, what do you know about Bob Levy? What's interesting about this person? And so I took a ton of notes and, this is very good. So I have notes on him and I know a lot of people are fans and they're going to be able to call in later. And so I want everybody to think of like questions to ask. So questions to ask Bob Levy. You've been a comedian for almost like your whole life. this guy, right? Longer than most people have done anything, right? So that's a fascinating thing. You know, he never gives up. He keeps going. That's a Kermitarian value system, I think.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. So just keep going. Fozzie, be good.
Twitter's going crazy. Twitter is going crazy about this Bob Levy stuff. Yeah.
They are? What do you mean? What are they saying?
A lot of people are like, that usually do not tweet about the show, have been tweeting about the show because Bob Levy is going to be on. And I was like, that is amazing.
Who?
Like Kelly, I don't see Kelly usually promoting the show. I mean, she loves the show, obviously, but I saw a tweet from her and then somebody I didn't know. And I'm like, wow, this is great. I mean, having Bob Levy on the show is maybe getting some more people in.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. So, we're looking forward to that. And then after him, we have a guy, Anthony Hudson, who's running for president in 2024.
Wow. How many presidential candidates do we have in our community?
I think it's 5 now. We have Charmin, we have Flappy, now we have Anthony.
Wow.
Honest Frank. Yeah, everybody's running for president that comes to Kermit and Friends. I mean, it's a good idea if you're going to, make an impact on the world. I mean, how do you do it? I guess run for president.
That's great, actually.
Yeah. No, we support all our presidential hopefuls. So our first guest today is an American stand-up comedian, a radio personality, a writer, an actor, a former semi-professional wrestler. He's perhaps best known as being a regular personality on The Howard Stern Show, as well as being the co-host of Miserable Men on Howard 101. He has often been the host of Comedy Roasts, was a frequent guest on the Opie and Anthony Show, and was a stand-up comedy performer on the Killers of Comedy tour. Wow, this guy has done a lot. Everybody give a warm welcome to Bob Levy.
Hey, it's good to be here. How are you? It's good to be here. Good
wow,
morning.
There you are.
Yeah, just kind of waking up. Did a show earlier. Did Miserable Men earlier, so now I'm ready to go.
You did Miserable Men earlier? Like, what time do you do that?
Well, we did it at noon today, but we usually do it on Sunday nights. But people had us thrown off of YouTube, so we can't go live anymore until November.
Why not?
Because everybody hates Brent, it seems like, and Brent has these stalkers, and they complain about everything. So what do? You got to do what you got to do. It's fun, It's good to see you all. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you live.
So wait, Brent, who is Brent?
Brent Hatley. Like we have him on, and he has like, I don't know. It's like I don't know what's going on with people. They don't like him and all this stuff. And so they try to get us in trouble all the time, which is bullshit. But what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. If people want to complain and try to get you thrown off, we have to do whatever we got to do to stay on. So it's okay.
Yeah. So they try to get you kicked off because you have this guy Brent on.
Well, they don't like him. Yeah, they seem to like me. They say that they like me, but they don't like him. But they don't like anybody. So it's good. It's pretty nice when people that hate everybody like me. I think. I think it's pretty cool. At least they don't hate me too. So I'm pretty happy.
So people like you. You're liked. Wow.
Yeah, but the show doesn't try to be Howard Stern too much. We don't talk about Howard. We do what we do, and that's it. Really, if anybody thinks that, you're crazy. It has nothing to do with anything from Howard. It's a show that I came up with on Howard years ago, and we decided to do it again. And I should be president. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because when you were doing it on Sirius, your Miserable Men show, they took the show away from you. You must have been so upset about that.
Well, yeah, I was totally pissed off. But, that's what it was my fault when I look back at it. I was totally hooked on Xanax. I was on 3 bars a day. And basically, yeah, so that's a lot. And I functioned like that, but I guess I was not. There's no middle ground on that. You're either in a great mood or you want to kill people. You don't just feel good that day.
Because of the 6 bars? Or
Yeah. That stuff to do it to you. And it just changes your thinking and your mind and that. And if somebody comes at you, you go at them even stronger. And that's never a good thing, I've learned.
Okay, because I take a half a Xanax.
That's nothing. That's good.
And I love it.
Yeah. you see, that's what No, I couldn't do that because my doctor was a fan at the time. And I would say, well, I don't really feel anything. And he's like, well, just up it. We'll up it. And they'll give you whatever you want, And it's just not. It was a time when people would just give medicine out. And And that's true. I had sex with this man years ago. Thank you, dirty cop. I probably did fuck you. You know what I mean? I tagged a lot of pussy in my day, but my days are over. I'm married. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, stay off drugs.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's sometimes it's hard. Like there's some people that you need to like be on drugs to hang out with them. Do you ever feel like that?
Oh yeah, most people. I mean, that's why I still smoke weed. Weed is good for pain. It's good for your mind. It's good for writing. It's good for almost everything. It makes everything better, especially if you're home. If you're home, you can get high all day. You don't have to go out and see people. It's the greatest feeling in the world, and I loved it.
Yeah. So you like, what is a day like for you? A typical day? Is a day staying home, or do you go out? Like, what does a Bob Levy do?
If I don't go out, if I'm working, I go out. That's the only time I go out. If I'm doing radio or I gotta go to the city or something like that, I'll go out. But I'm like, we don't really go out to do anything. And like we have a lot of fun at home. We're more like, people will know, but I'm more like a family person. Like I redid the house so our kids came, and we're getting a pool put in. And it's like, if you can enjoy at home, you have everything. That's where everything should be from the beginning. And then when you go out, that's just a bonus, and like, I'll go see my son's band. To me, that's fun. It's watching them
that
kick
does
ass.
sound nice.
Yeah. But like, to go out to a bar, I wouldn't go out to a bar. I'd rather have I'll have one beer here. I don't drink like I used to. I'll have a beer or two or a drink or two. I'll do the weed, edibles and stuff like that.
Edibles? You'll do that?
Edibles. I do that when I'm home. Only when I'm home, because edibles, you never know. Like, I try to get it to the right amount, but sometimes at home you test it and you're like, maybe I'll try this piece and see what happens. And you're like, wow, thank God I'm not out. But you got to enjoy yourself.
But what do you like about those edibles? Because when I took those edibles, I went nuts. I hated it. It was so scary. I felt like I had no control.
Yeah, well, no, the thing about the edibles is it works good on pain. And pain is like something I've been working on, and it's really helping me. And it basically clears your mind. And when you do edibles and weed, you think about things you say instead of just saying it. Like, if you're drinking, you're like, fuck you, you're an asshole. And then instead of getting you're a different person. You're like, I'm not gonna open my mouth now. I'm gonna think this over before I say something. And I was never like that.
Yeah, me neither.
So it's a good thing. It really is good. You just got to get to the right portion of that, what you need of it, instead of taking a whole one. To start off with a half, see what it does to you, and then you get where the perfect thing is,
And was your pain that you were trying to make better from your accident?
Yeah.
Okay, because you were in a car accident that was pretty bad 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago?
More than that. 4 years ago.
Oh, 4 years ago. It was a really bad accident, and because of that, what happened? What happened
basically,
physically?
it started off with a concussion, and everything went nerve damage. My neck was fucked up, my lower back, my legs. So basically, I had to learn to do stuff over again, like learn how to go on stage. And like, I couldn't really move around, so I'd lean against the wall and look like I was cool, or put my foot up on a speaker and do it like that the whole show. But you learn from that. And then, once I got neck surgery and everything came back, this part, it's just easier, and then you get a little better as it goes on. But the weed has definitely helped with pain.
The weed has helped. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so so you don't get paranoid from weed at all?
No, I used to. There's different kind of strands and all that shit that'll just calm you down for pain and whatever. And if you want to get really high, there's stuff like that. But I don't like that too much. But you got to go with the ones that will just keep you calm and relaxed, and it changes everything, believe me.
So are you a person that needs to be drugged?
No, I enjoy it, but I don't need to. No, I mean, most of the time I'm not high yet. I might smoke because I'm not doing anything, and smoke a little bit from a pen or something like that. But no, I mean, I enjoy life now. It's like a different thing. When you've been through shit, once you've been through shit, once you fucking are down, when you want to get up again is the greatest feeling again, instead of staying down and going, I'm just going to deal with the pain. I'm just going to complain. Nobody wants to be with somebody that fucking complains all fucking day about them being in pain or shit, whether it's mental or whatever,
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Emotional pain?
No, not at all.
No.
I'm like at the top of my game again, totally. It's like you feel bad for yourself when you can't move and shit, but you got to get over that shit. Otherwise, you're going to be living. That's going to be your life, and that's no way to live.
Okay, so you like your life. You're pretty happy. It's just the physical pain. That's the problem.
A little bit. I'm getting better. You know what I mean? But I'm almost there. I'll be there probably another 8 months, a year. But like I still deal with some shit. But it's nothing to what it was, and that's the problem. Whatever people are upset about, they're like, oh, this, that. Most of this shit you can't control. So what are you going to be upset about it? Whether you got people who complain, oh God, I got to pay the rent, I got to do this, everybody does. Stop you fucking complaining. You just fucking do your life better.
So there's nothing that's going bad. Like, what was the last thing that really upset you?
Fuck, I don't even know. You know what I mean? I can get upset for a second and it's over. Like I don't get upset. Like if I get upset, it'll be like boom, it'll be a huge explosion. But then it's like I'm laughing 2 minutes later because I don't give a fuck. You can't give a fuck.
How do you get to the place where you don't give a fuck?
You have to be there. Why are you going to let other people control your emotions? You can't do that in life. It's like they only care when they're stirring up your emotions, not trying to make you feel good. So why would you even be part of their bullshit? And I don't deal with bullshit.
You don't deal with any bullshit. Okay, that's great advice. Everybody wants to have your mindset in the chat right now. Everybody's excited about this new. I mean, you really don't seem to care about anything. And I mean, I wonder if you've always been like that, because when I heard a clip of you on, where were you? You were so upset about your show and the promotion about your show. You seemed to give a fuck back then.
Yeah, because I was fucked up. You understand? Like, I mean, I'm still going to care about what I do and fight for what I do. But the whole thing is that when you put in a fucked up personality, which I was then, the whole show was about, you know what I mean, being crazy. And I was crazy to begin with coming in there. And you add a little alcohol, you add a little of this, a little of that. You got exactly what you fucking asked for. And now you don't understand what's going on. So it's like, hey, man, I was crazy before comedy. But, I didn't come from like fucking, I was fucking crazy growing up. We were all fucking crazy where I grew up. And that's the way, and then when I got into comedy, I was like, hey, this will be calming me down, but it's a weird business. And then radio's a weird business, because you got people, they like what they like at the beginning. And then they're like, well, you're taking it too far. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing, but you don't.
Taking what too far? What did you take
anything,
too far?
Anything with like, you can't say these words at a certain time because the replay, we can't, the replay's on in the morning, kids could be listening, but that's not what it was all about then. It was about taking it to another level. And that's the whole thing. And
so you want to push it even further than, because you were on Opie and Anthony. You were on Howard Stern. So you want to even push it further than those guys.
Well, you can, because of the fact that you were allowed to it. And, on regular radio, no, I got that. I worked with Kid Chris on regular radio for many years, probably a little before Howard. And at the same time, I was doing both shows. And, you do what you can do. You push you to the limit of what you can get away with. And then when people try to rein you in, you don't want to be reined in because they're kind of telling you what to do, what you think you know what to do. It just doesn't work well.
But in hindsight, you kind of wish you played by the rules more?
I wish I handled things a little better. I don't think I handled stuff good. I think when somebody would come at me back then, they'd come at me and I'm like, now I'm going to come at you like a fucking tsunami because that's the way I was. And you should be able to talk it. But, I think the talking part was done because of demands of what, you're being told what to do. You have to be here. You can't go here. You're my guy, but you're not my guy. It's a lot of, if anybody said that to a girl, they would be flipping out. You're my girlfriend, but you're not my girl. Are you fucking kidding me? She fucking scratched my eyes out. Don't treat me like a bitch, but talk to me like a fucking human.
So people were treating you like a bitch.
A little bit. A
in
little
radio.
bit. A little bit.
And who were the worst offenders?
You know, it was weird because I don't think it came from Howard. I think it was when Howard started getting more people hired to take care of all the talking. You know, once serious, like you had Tim and you had to go to Tim, and Tim's like, well, Howard. But when you put the words in somebody else's mouth, that's dangerous for people that aren't involved. And that's what I think the whole fallout happened with like, you know, when they're telling me something and I'm thinking Howard said that. And I guarantee he didn't say it when I think back of it now. You know, it's just, you know, it's power. You give people power, they'll say whatever they want, you know?
Okay, so other people were making it seem like these ideas were coming from Howard, but they weren't?
That's the way I take it. There's no way that I think Howard wouldn't have let me leave and go on Opie and Anthony. And just like I was done. Like I was done with the same stuff all the time. Like, oh, yeah, the plugs. You know, everyone knows why I got the plugs because I did the roast and we made a deal. And that was the deal. And for them to, you know, I know what radio is funny. You know, you argue over it. Nobody knows what's really going on. And it's funny. But, you know, when it was time to go, it was like, oh, you know, we want you here. And we don't want you to go on Opie and Anthony. And, you know, everything's cool. And I'm like, it's just time. It was just time to go, you know.
So they didn't want you to go on any other shows? Are you exclusive?
I wasn't signed anything, but I understood it. I never did it for a long time until I wanted to leave, and that's when I was kind of banned from the building, so I couldn't go on. And that created, you know, they threw stuff at me that made me overreact, and I totally did overreact. I'm not going to lie about that.
Well, they
and
probably
I got banned from the building.
Overreaction, but I know they like overreacting. But then you were banned, so you cannot go near.
I can't go in the building.
Wow.
I'm not allowed in the building still. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Because there's so many radio shows there. It's not just the Stern Show. There's a million shows. I mean, there's like Martha Stewart.
It was a way to get me back. You know what I mean? Look, basically they said I attacked security, Tim said. But I never did. The security is my friends, you know what I mean? And it was just unbelievable. And then when they kept calling back and Jared would say, no, I never said you attacked security the second day. Then the third day, he fucking said, oh, yeah, you attacked security. You can't come in. And then I was like, fuck it. And I just went on the radio, my show, and fucking threatened to kill Howard. And that's when like the cops came.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was trying to get I was trying to get his attention with doing it the stupidest way that I would say, like maybe Gary would hit me up and go, why don't you guys just like talk, email or whatever. But you know what I mean? It's you know, it's very hard because Howard's a huge fucking star. And, you know, I'm just somebody that was there. So it's not a big deal to them. And,
they could just ban everybody and new people would always come. That's the thing.
Well, that's what it is.
They treat you kind of like you're like disposable, and that must hurt your feelings.
Well, yeah, it's not disposable. It's just that it was demanding what I would do and not do, and it was all cool. But you know, but I feel bad. I mean, I do feel bad for the way I reacted because I was fucked up back then, and everybody on Miserable Men knew I was starting to go down that road, and I was very hard to talk to, and. You know, I would stand up for them. I could stand up for what I believed. And you're supposed to have a talk about it instead of just saying, no, this way or that. No, they don't get that. They don't get this. You know, it's like you got to have a conversation. But Howard was always good to me. You understand? Always good to me. Like when I remember at K-Rock, when I'm there, he would come by, you know, even in Sirius, I'd get there early because I lived near Philly. So I had a ride, and I always made sure I was there well before the show. And he'd walk by and he'd pop his head and go, "Hey, Bob, how you doing?" And he would always, things going good,
so nice.
Always kind to me. Everybody there, everybody, Fred, Robin, it was like family. And you know, and it just ended bad because I believe because of the way they had other people talking for him to me, and it wasn't him. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have time for that shit.
Yeah, I understand that he doesn't want to deal with that kind of stuff. We're just going to call her. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Elisa, I love this interview. I've loved Bob and everything he did on the Stern Show. I was wondering, given the fact a lot of people say that Howard has changed so much, if Bob had the opportunity to be back on the show today, would he do it?
Oh, great question. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Great question.
Oh, absolutely, I would.
You
But
would.
the show is different only because, I mean, the guy is, you got to realize, how old is Howard now? What is he, like 67, 68?
Yeah, he's got to be around there. Yes.
I mean, can you see him, like, truthfully? I mean, I didn't listen for years. And then, once I got married, my wife got a job in Philly, and I would drive her to the hospital to work. You know what I mean? And she had that in the car, the Sirius and that, and I would listen to it, and I go, okay, it's a different show. Would I be able to shine on this show? Yeah, I probably could, but not like the way that it was meant at the beginning.
Well,
Like
it's not as open for that. I don't
Yeah.
think they do that anymore. Like
They don't.
the back office stuff and the wrap up show stuff and the people that work there as
No.
much. So there's no room. But
It's
you
a
gotta.
different show.
It's a different show, but you have to understand. I mean, it's exhausting doing this, you guys. Like doing a show for as long as Howard has done it, and as many people that want stuff all the time. I mean, he's got such a defense up constantly. I mean, everybody's coming at him with plugs. Everybody's coming, oh, look at my show. It's like he's sick of it. Can't you imagine? I mean, even my show, like
Yeah.
I have people that have such demands, Bob.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the demands. I mean, last week somebody would be on with this one other person, and they had to wear a thong. That was their demands. That was last week.
And that was High Pitch Eric.
Well, High Pitch Eric's actually about to be on with you, but no, I mean this guy Flappy, but it's just. I can imagine that Howard is so exhausted by people that even if you come with the best intentions, and we're all fucked up, right? You're fucked up. You admitted it. I'm fucked up. I was fucked up on there. I didn't know when to stop either. Once you start getting a little attention from the biggest show in the world and they're concentrating on you, I mean, you become like almost like a different person.
You're totally something. I mean, you don't realize it. Like at the beginning, you didn't realize it because you sat and it was like sitting in the living room. You know what I mean? And it was great. Howard destroyed Bob's life. Not at all. No, I destroyed my life. But no, my life is great. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that, but it's truthfully, I went through some bad times because of the way I was and that shit. And but
it's intoxicating, though. You have to admit, Bob, like when you're on a show like that or an Opie show, and so many people are coming at you and they're fans and they say, "Oh, you're so great." It's just like very intoxicating, and you could become like. You don't even have control of what you say anymore.
No, but the whole thing about being on Howard or Opie is it's like you as much as you got, oh, you're unbelievable, you're great, you got, fucking you suck, I hope you die. And that's what keeps you going. If everybody nobody loves everybody. Nobody is 100%. So you got to have haters. You got to have people, but it's okay. And when you sat in with Howard at the beginning, I was like, I was sitting in his living room. I was just sitting in his living room talking. I wasn't in front of fucking millions of people.
It didn't feel like that, right?
Not at all.
It felt like you're like, this is your friend. And I think that's the problem a lot of people get into is you feel like, oh, I'm sitting with my friend and this is my best friend. And he doesn't even look at people like that, I don't think. Just this is a great caller. Kermit friend.
Hey, Lisa. Hey now. Hey, Bob. Not to detract from the subject, but I wanted to ask you if you got a chance to see the first few episodes of The Dark Side of Comedy, what you thought about them, and what you think of Artie's episode coming up, and what's the chatter around the comedy community about that series going on, and like from the Artie camp. And I'll hop off and listen.
All right, thanks. Did you see that?
I've seen the Farley one. I see that the Artie one's coming on. If it didn't come on, I'm going to watch it. I don't know who they interviewed. I mean, I just hope that, he's so funny and such a great guy. When he's off drug or whatever, he is the nicest guy you can ever want to be around. But like anyone else, when you're on drugs, you turn into somebody else a little bit, and like I hope that he can come back and do his life and just be able to work again. It's something he loved. He loved doing comedy, and to not be able to do that because of drug, like getting sober from it. It's not easy getting. When I got off Xanax, I mean, it was very hard. You have this anxiety that'll follow you, and it's just everywhere, and it piles on you, and you have to learn how to block the anxiety because your brain is actually going, I'm fucked up now. Even though I'm sober, I'm fucked up because it doesn't know any better for years. So it's a whole new thing.
Anxiety is coming like from events,
I think it comes from everyone. It comes from everything around you, and it comes from basically, if you think you're going to go out and you have to do something, all of a sudden, I got to go do a show. And I remember sometimes when he wouldn't come out of it, I'm like, Artie, we got to go. I'm downstairs calling him. I'll be out soon. I'd be out there for an hour and a half waiting for him. And we just make the show in time. Because when you're trying to get clean, it's like you're afraid because you're not comfortable. You're in a weird situation with your mind and your body because of the fact that I'm used to going drinking and getting high, and now I'm trying to do this sober. So it's a harder thing to get past that.
It is so hard. Like, even if I'm buzzed, like, I'm so much more friendly. I'm more likely to go up to people, meet new people, perform. I mean, I can't even imagine doing like stand-up comedy or anything like that just regular. I mean, can you do that? Can you get on stage without a drink or smoking?
Yeah, I mean, I've done that. I've done it. I never get high before, weed before, but I've done it fucking, I've done it coked out. I've done it drunk out of my mind that I didn't remember anything on stage. And I go, how did I do? And they go, you killed. And then you don't think there's a problem because you're able to do this shit. And it's basically you're sending out an image of what the fans want you to be. Like, you're this fucking guy that can come up there and fucking get loaded and fucking drink with people after the show and just go wild. That's what they wanted, and you're giving them what they want, but you got to realize it's more about you than everyone else. So you can't live for everyone else.
So you ate blue cheese out of like women's backsides during the show.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
And did you do that every show?
I had to do it every show, or the audience would start going crazy. I mean, that's what once Howard talked about it, there was no show I could go to that I didn't have to close it like that. And we just get somebody from the audience. I need a woman from the audience to come up. I mean, it was crazy.
So did you carry blue cheese around with you everywhere you went?
No, it was whatever. Like, if the club most likely had it, if they didn't have that, I mean, I did it with soy sauce at one place. They had like fucking, I ate everything, like whatever they had, it didn't matter. Whatever they had. I remember blue cheese one night and I dipped a chicken wing in the girl's ass and ate the chicken wing, but then I realized it was uncooked, but who gives a shit? I mean, you can live like that. If you have enough alcohol and drugs in you, you're not going to get sick.
And did you do that after? Oh, Gonzo, call back. He just hung up. Okay. Did you do that after? Because you were married 5 times.
Four
times. Yeah. Okay, you're married 4 times. Okay, so during your marriages, would that still be a bit?
Yeah.
Like, it would. And did your wives have any problem with that, or were they cool with it?
I guess they might have, but yeah, I mean, it's like you can't stop something. Like, if you were there and they seen the crowd reaction to it not happening, and then when it did happen, like, they would be mad if it didn't happen. The audience, they would be very angry.
That's what they came for. Yeah, that's what they came for. Okay. So we have a few people that really want to talk to you. High pitch Eric is one.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Bob. What's up?
How are you, buddy? Are you feeling good?
I feel great. What about you?
Feeling good, buddy. Buddy, it's good to see you, man. I seen you were in the hospital the other day and that, but now look at you. You fucking living the life. Look at you, 2 cars running around, fucking banging chicks. I love it, Eric.
Yeah, when you do a cameo, come on, you gotta live the life.
I'm gonna get an OnlyFans. I don't know, cameo. I don't think anybody wants my cameo, but maybe they'll want to see my dick. I don't know. Eric's a kind person. Eric lived with me for Eric was down on his luck. He got thrown out You got thrown out around Christmas one year. I remember when I first moved here.
My sister threw me the fuck out of my mom's apartment.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And I sued her because she screwed me over on the will.
And Bob let you move in? Is that what happened, Eric?
Yes.
Oh, what a
We
great
were working on
night.
the house. Like we just got this house here. Mark was here helping us build and all that stuff. And Eric came and he had nowhere to live. And we said, just get in the train and get down here. And he was here for like 8 months. He got a job and with Mark doing some stuff. And Eric was fun to live with. He loved sports and that. Yeah, he's not. You know what I mean? He's very polite. He's not dirty. He's like, you know what I mean? He loved the dogs, and like
he was a good roommate. So
he was very good. I recommend it if Eric ever needs help again. But now he's a big shot now.
Yeah,
so.
he's a big shot. He's doing so well on Cameo. He's like one of the top Cameo people.
Good for you.
And me and Bob had so much fun. And let me tell you something, Lisa. If you're looking for a good cook to cook for you, Bob's a good cook.
I do cook. I do it all. That's the whole thing. Like a lot of people don't realize. I do a lot of stuff around the house. You know what I mean? You make it easy. If you make it easy for the woman, they make it easy for you. Life is better if the dishes are done or whatever or shit like that or vacuuming. Who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, you
how
love
long
being
does that
home
take?
too. I mean, that's so cool that you love being home. Like you say, home is best. Everything else is just extra. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another stern person on the line, Gonzo Shitcock. Yes, Gonzo, you're on with Bob Levy.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Bob. I'm a big fan of Bob, by the way. But I wanted to know if Bob knew that in 2016, hypochondriac raped me at a Holiday Inn in Pittsburgh.
Gonzo.
I thought it was a Hilton.
Gonzo. Gonzo, he's such a little troublemaker, that guy. And he called in twice for that, by the way.
No,
all right.
but that's good. I mean, it happens. Like Eric's very loving, very caring, and
I don't think it's true, Eric. Right? That's not true. Gonzo's calm.
No, Gonzo has to fucking start trouble with me.
Yeah, he's such a troublemaker, that Gonzo. We can't get away from him.
I don't know why. I do not know why he likes to start with me. Gonzo almost raped me that time because I'm a big-time celebrity.
Oh, so he went after you, Eric? So how did it happen? Were you sleeping late and he just came in? Next thing you know, he's cuddling?
No, I opened the couch and he came on to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've slept in the bed many times together. Here's a person that witnessed you eating blue cheese out of a woman. This is Jimmy Jordana. Hey, Jimmy.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, Bob. How are you?
How are you, brother?
Bob, you seem more subdued. It's interesting. You're not as angry as you once were. Is it just like is it just weed or is it something else? Is there?
It's
something
growing
else?
up. It's growing up. Growing up, basically, some people don't grow up until the time is right, and it could be, when you're 50. It can be, it can happen when you're 18, but it can happen when you're 65. It doesn't have a time.
And Bob, the good thing about you, and you give inspiration to a lot of us who are of a certain age. Like we still have aspirations in the business. Yeah. And you do too, and it's really inspiring to see it. Always loved Miserable Men. Followed you guys around for Killers of Comedy. It was a great bunch of shows. I'm so excited that you're on here today. Seeing a different side of Bob, though, Elisa.
What do you mean? What is he usually like?
He's this is the new Bob. This is Bob 2.0. This is Bob mellowed out and mature Bob, but still with an edge.
Yeah. No, that's what it is.
Bob, he was very immature before.
Well, no, I was I was stupid. I had everybody has anger problems, I guess, a little bit, but I really had anger problems, and I didn't put up with shit. I just didn't put up with shit, and instead of walking away from it, I would go face first into it.
But Bob, don't people miss you not putting up with shit? Isn't that something that people really, really loved? You not putting up with shit? You're not going to put up with this.
No, I don't put up with shit when I'm on stage. When I do what I do, I do it. And if you don't like what I do, and like I had a woman in a fucking one of them wheelchairs that fucking, you get it like you ride in with like at Walmart and that shit. She's at the show and she starts beeping backwards during I'm killing and she's beeping. And I go, wait a minute. I go, you're not rolling out on me. I had people walk out of me. I go, stop. I go, pull the fucking key out of that fucking thing right now.
There you go.
If they don't get what I'm doing, and when the majority of people, like 99% are loving it, and then you don't get it, you're the problem, not me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't go by just what one person says. Gonzo, yes, you're very upset about something. What is it?
No, I'm not trying. This might be. I'm in a rush to go back.
You sound like you're chewing on something.
And yes, Claire about or Jimmy Jordana. He was banned from the Mid-Row Men Show. I remember he reached out to me asking if I could talk to Shuli or something.
Oh, he was banned from the show?
Why was
This guy, he was banned from your show. So this guy, Jimmy Jordana, what was his name on that show?
It was Claire. I mean, I was Claire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was Claire. And the one thing that I said to Shuli is I said that Shuli was an irresponsible, horrible father for just getting high all the time, and that his child was going to be born with blue fur because of all the mutations from his.
Oh, so you got banned by saying that? Is that true, Bob?
But Shuli, I don't remember that, but Shuli is a great dad. There's no doubt
he's a great dad. And then I called him like a year later and apologized for being such a horrible person.
Well, that's what it is. People do say horrible things, and you have to be able to stand by what you said and go, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. I've done it too.
I am Tari.
I am Tari. You say?
Sorry.
Can you be a good dad and be a high all day?
Yeah, you can be.
You can? Okay.
You can't be a drunk and do it. You're getting high. You know what I mean? It's like you're in a better mood. Everything is cool. Everything is fine. I mean, it depends how you use it, how it works on you. You know, if it doesn't work for you, it works with him. He's never in a bad mood. He really isn't.
He's never in a bad mood? Okay. All right. What, Eric? What's going on?
Oh, I want to let you and Bob know October 1st, Beat Truck Mike will be on co-hosting with Johnny B.
Oh, okay, Eric. All right, thank you. It's
at a Holiday Inn? You're going to be at a Holiday Inn somewhere?
That was not an emergency. Okay, we have so many people that want to talk. Eric, just stand by. We have a lot of people that want to talk to Bob. Everybody's curious about him. He's been in the business for a very long time. You've been doing stand-up. How many years?
Since like 87.
87. Wow. I mean, that's an incredible career. Okay, let's bring on Wheezy. Wheezy, what's your question for Bob?
Hey, Bob. I'm just wondering about, like, you just kind of set me up perfectly for it. Comedy was a lot different in 1987. What you were allowed to say, what you were able to say. And it seems like within maybe the last 5 or 6 years, maybe 10 years, that the rules have changed. How is it adapting to that? Like, what have you had to do to adapt to that?
I don't know what adapting means. I do comedy for me and for what I think the people like. And if somebody wants to tell me what I can do, I won't do the club.
Good for you.
I can't bend to something I like to do. And I don't want to show them something that I'm not, that I'm something else. Like, it's like you can't act, you have to be who you are on stage. Otherwise people will see it.
Yeah, they can tell when you're not authentic for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and there's nothing like it.
I think some people do try to adapt overly, and then you could tell, you just see it, and it's no longer the essence of who they were anymore.
No, it's over. And it's like you never can, like, even when Dice tried to be normal and say, oh, I love women, I do, and then he's doing this thing, it doesn't work, and he went back to himself and it's great again,
Yes, we want to see who somebody really is. They say, write what you know about.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be your life and what you've gone through. So I can imagine that you'd be speaking a lot about, like, your Xanax addiction and
a little bit.
Your marriages. What's your favorite thing to talk about on stage?
It's anything that I think is funny. I mean, anything that I come up with, it doesn't have to be real. I mean, a lot of it's not real, but the whole thing is it's funny. And, you can do... I'm not one that, to talk totally about my life. There's sections of it, but it's like, okay, I'm going to talk about this, and I think it's funny, and let's see if they catch on with it. And sometimes I'll try something on Twitter, and then, like, I'll try it. It's getting a good response. I'll retweet it again later in the day for the afternoon crowd, and then I'll retweet it again for the late night crowd to see if this joke is as good as I think it is. And then
can
I
you
put
test
it in.
it that way? I guess you can.
It's an easy way to test it without them knowing. Now they know what I'm doing. But I'll come up with something like that and put it out there and see. Otherwise, I try it with my wife. My wife is very honest. If she doesn't think it's funny, it probably isn't. If she's laughing, I go, this is good,
Is your wife funny?
She actually is, but
Really?
She's tough too. She's tough. Like, I needed that. I need someone that don't put up with my shit. And I think it makes you a better person.
Yes, yes. You need somebody tough. You need a tough crowd at home. Okay, this guy Noodles. I don't know what's going on with this guy Noodles. What's up, Noodles?
Bob, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay. I remember Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
I forgot about you.
Okay.
You're one of the most forgettable comedians ever. And I'm going to be honest with you. Stop bringing up Opie and Anthony and Howard. All you people live off these people. Don't do it.
I'm just talking about the questions there. That's all I'm talking about.
You don't like that, Eliza, or whatever your name is? You don't like that?
No, you can talk. You can say whatever you want. It's fine.
You're pretty cool. She's not.
No.
She's got fake teeth. I could tell. And fucking that loser Eric. What's wrong with his tooth?
High pitch Eric?
Yeah.
We got a dentist on? What's going on? It's okay. You don't have to yell. Why would you just it's okay, but you shouldn't you know what I mean, just yell at us for no reason, basically with false things, because
I just started hearing you talk, and again, dude, you sound like an old drug addict complaining about the past.
I'm not complaining about the past at all. The past was probably the best time that in entertainment that any of us ever had when we were on that show.
Like the Bruce Springsteen song "Glory Days" or something like that, right?
No, it's all glory days from there on. But
life
is good.
You had a great life. Stop complaining about it.
I'm not complaining. I'm showing people what it's like to just be able to take bad times in your life, good times in your life, and still be able to go on and do whatever you do, even if you have to come back up again and recover. And everybody has problems in life. Everybody, your life is perfect. You're telling me.
You know what? Try being a garbage man for 20 fucking years and picking up garbage and complain about that. You're complaining about being on a great show.
I'm not complaining about it. I'm not complaining about it. But why you complaining? Why you a garbage man if you're picking up garbage that you don't like? You do it to be able to support your family, and that's the main thing. That's why you should be happy about being a garbage man. Anybody, whatever job that you do, you should be happy to be doing.
Don't even pretend like I'm not a handsome guy, lady.
You talking to me?
I think so. I love him.
Like you smell some shit or something like that. You're making all these stupid fucking faces. You and that fucking faggot Andy Dick. You guys are gonna have a real big fucking problem with it. Trust me.
Noodles is going to be my new sidekick. We're doing a show, Noodles. I swear to God, I like Noodles because Noodles, he is playing the good character. I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. He would be great. Because of the fact I can see that he's fucking pushing it to a different level, and it's okay. It's okay to do that. It's entertainment. You don't know what's going to hit you. What are you going to do? You think everybody's going to be happy?
Bob gets it, but this fucking nobody over here on the left, this one with the mascara face over here, doesn't get shit.
She doesn't have a mascara. You don't think she's pretty. You don't think she has great features, truthfully.
But even if I wasn't, he shouldn't talk to me like that. He's not very nice, this Noodles guy.
You know why I'm doing this to you? Because Minnie Manson was up here, and she said some very nice things about me. You said, "Oh, what is he? What is that? A cooking show? What is that? A cooking show? Noodles 1980." I remember what you said.
Oh, I didn't remember.
You think you're hot shit. You think you're hot shit. You wouldn't last one night with. And I know your boyfriend's fucking ugly. I know your.
I'm just gonna put him on hold for a second. He's just a lot of information. That Noodles guy. I don't remember calling him a cooking show. I apologize if I called him a cooking show.
Well, Noodles 1980. I mean, it says cooking show all over it. I mean, you can tell he was making noodles in 1980. You know.
I mean, the thing is, I do love noodles. Like I always order noodles, like wherever I go. So it's just very sad that the guy Noodles is like this. He seems
there's some different kind of noodles out there, and then maybe this kind of noodles isn't for you. But yeah, I love when that was an angry character. Okay, it's great. Yeah. It's fucking great. I love it. You see how he started laughing after a while because he knew. I can tell when somebody's really mad. You know what I mean?
Is he mad? But what is he mad at?
He wasn't mad. He wasn't mad. He was playing a noodle man from 1980 who was very upset that he has to pick up garbage, and I love it. But you know, it's like you can see how you can break him. You can break. You know, he started giggling and that stuff. It's a great character. I love this Noodles character.
Oh, okay. All right, Noodles, if you're still watching, you could come back, but just not for long because I can only take so much of Noodles, I think. There's more people with nice questions.
What, that wasn't nice?
No, I don't even remember the question. Okay, so Chop, what's going on, Chop?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Or today? Today.
Yeah.
I've been
All right,
hungover.
All right, you're on with Bob Levy. Do you have a question for this amazing comedian and radio guy? And he's an inspiration.
Not really.
Yeah. Have you ever got heckled on stage?
Yeah.
And,
You've been heckled, and what do? You fucking ruin the people. That's what you open your mouth, you get fucking ruined because you don't have. Nobody came to see you. Nobody came to see you. You're just sitting in the audience and fucking drink your fucking drink. Shut the fuck up and talk to your ugly girlfriend. You know?
Yeah, those people, I could never be someone like that. Like, I can't imagine, going to a show and trying to ruin it. Like, what kind of mentality is that?
Because people think everything's about them. That's the whole fucking thing. And everybody's like that. Almost everybody thinks everything in life is about them, whether they want to admit it or not. And that's how they go through life. And it's like, oh, I'm going to sit here. I got to sit there. They're telling me where to sit when I walk in. I want to sit over there. It's like, it's all about them. That's what life's about for most people. And it's funny to watch.
Do you like watching other people perform, or do you like it when it's all about you?
I hate watching other people. Like, I don't give a fuck about anybody. You know what I mean? It's like
that's how I feel.
I like certain comedians that I like. Yeah, I like to see them. Otto and George, I used to love to see all the time. You didn't miss it. You run in and watch it. But the whole thing is that, you're just listening to the show going, hey, this is over. This is fucking, all right, I'm going on after this. They're laughing at this kind of material. But I'm not paying attention to them because I really don't give a fuck because they're not going to come near me anyway.
Nice. All right. Hey, Charmin, you're on
Hey.
Bob.
Hey.
I mean, I'd like a funny apology tour. Couldn't you just go around admitting that you fucked up and you said some things you didn't mean to say and you took it just a little too far and you're sorry?
I think I said that. I said that earlier.
That's what I want to hear. I think there's a lot of people over the last few years that took it just a little too far and they said some things they probably shouldn't have said. And they need some men to give them some examples on how to go on an apology tour. And we'll take half-ass apologies if you make us laugh. Women like that sort of thing.
No, I totally did fuck up. I do feel bad. I am sorry for what I did. I shouldn't have done that. The guy didn't deserve that. The guy was nice to me. And I've said that earlier because of the fact that when other people come in, it makes it into a bigger thing than it really isn't. And at that time, I was not in the right mind to deal with it. And it is my fault. I blame me totally for that. It's just
really
me
hard
over.
to do.
It's hard to admit it. No, it's the hardest thing to admit shit like that because nobody wants to say I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. I was out of my mind. I was not dealing with shit the right way. And I've said that many times now. I've always said that.
You could do a blanket apology and just say, hey guys, if you're listening here, I'm really sorry. I'm fucked up. If I ever had a conversation with you, I was probably wrong.
No, I mean it wasn't a lot of people, but it was it was people that I shouldn't have that helped me, and I shouldn't have done that, and that's the fact. And
stepping on the feet, biting the hand that fed you.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that. We've all done that, guys. Come on.
Well, that's what it is, and you have to admit when you fuck up, and I admitted that I fucked up, and I totally did fuck up. I overreacted. I could have done it a different way.
Right. Okay,
I got two questions for him. So, real fast. So, what motivated you?
You're breaking up. Good times. You have really bad internet.
Good times, bad internet.
Yeah, good time. I'm gonna put you back on, but you just have to fix your internet connection. A lot of people are here. Okay, Kleenex. Go ahead.
I got bad internet, but it's loud as hell in there. So I'm gonna get right to the point. During COVID, did you work? Because I was under the impression that nobody was working. I found out a lot of people were working. And did you ever write any COVID joke material?
COVID jokes?
Not
COVID
really.
joke,
just basically talking about, I had to work in front of people in cars that were basically in a parking lot, and I was talking, and it was like, people driving out, during your set. It was like it was the most ridiculous thing that we could have ever done.
Yeah, I can
so
imagine.
Did you ever meet EJ in person or during any of those passings?
What was that?
He's asking
I know
if you
it's
ever
loud as
met
hell in
me.
there.
He's just asking if you ever met me. You didn't
Oh
because
no.
you were kind of before. I got there in like 2011.
Yeah.
And I think you were before me.
Mhm.
So we didn't meet, but I have run across a lot of people that I didn't know that I know now. And it is kind of like interesting to have that in common with people. Like for instance, Stuttering John. I've had a lot of interactions with him. And he is
Okay.
incredibly angry
At
about
you?
no yes now in general. Yeah,
Wow.
just hold on. Yes, George. Yes.
Hey, now, Bob.
Hey.
What advice do you have to someone new looking to enter the business, whether it be comedy, entertainment, show business in general?
Great
Well,
question.
just be ready for it. Like fucking
Be
like
ready.
in comedy, it's basically, have 5 minutes, know your 5 minutes. Don't read it off a paper. Go up there and practice it at home. Write it on a fucking. I when I first started, I wrote it on like plywood in my basement, and I would put it on marker, and I'd section it off 1, 2, 3, 4. So I knew when I finished that section, it started with this one. And I practiced and practiced. And then I went to the open mics where Jackie was. And then after 2 years, I was headlining. So, I mean, if you put in the time at the beginning, because you're not going to get stage time if you're not funny at the beginning either.
You have to be funny right away. And I think you have to be like incredibly passionate to the point where you can't do anything else.
Well, yeah, you don't want to do anything else. If you have a backup plan, you really don't have confidence in yourself. That's the way I look at it.
You have to know that you're going to succeed. And have you succeeded in the way that you're happy with? Have you had enough success?
I'm very happy with the life I've had doing this. I mean, come on, you can't. I don't even know how to set an alarm clock. Basically, it's
great.
like, are you kidding me? Like, it's great to be able to do this for a living. Now I'm coming back to it. I want to go back bigger again, and definitely, it's going to be. I'd like to get on whatever the biggest radio is out there now.
And what is that? What would that be?
I don't
like Joe Rogan, maybe?
No, Rogan. I like Rogan. If I hit him up, I've known Joe for a long time. At the beginning, and we used to do Dangerfields a lot, and like if I hit him up, I got to find a way to hit him up. Somebody got his number, and I'll just say, hey, Levy wants to come on. See if he says yeah, that's great. But like Kumia has his own network now,
right?
Compound Media. Definitely would like to get a show there. Maybe me and Kevin Brennan. We'll see. We've been doing a lot of stuff together, and he's brilliant. And like he reminds me of Howard when Howard first came on.
Who Anthony Cumia does?
No, Kevin Brennan. Kevin doesn't give a fuck about anything. He'll do anything, say anything, and that's what I like about him, because he's never going to go back on his word. Comedians attack him because they can't handle honesty coming from him and somebody talking to them and calling them out on something. And that's what I like about Kevin, that he reminds me of like Howard when I started listening to him, in the 80s, and that's the whole fucking thing. And that's what you want to be.
So is he your favorite right now?
Who, Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin and Kumia are probably the two best at what they do. Anthony is brilliant, a fucking great mind and that stuff. And Kevin is too. And to do both of their stuff, and being on there, and I'll be taking over for not this Monday, the Monday after, for Gino on In Hot Water, because he's taking off that day. Yeah, so I'm going to be sitting in for him. He hit me up today, and we love it. We're just having a good time again, and whatever happens. We're getting back out there again and showing them that there's nobody live better than us. Sorry.
Wow, so you consider yourself the best live broadcaster or best live?
I think I'm one of the best live comedians. Especially if I'm not fucked up totally, where it's just a mess. But I'm saying now there's no doubt that you come to my show, you're gonna be dying laughing, and you don't get that. You can go, oh, that was really funny. You're not choking, you're not almost dying laughing. You know what I mean? That's the goal you want. You want people to go out saying that was the best show they ever seen.
Absolutely.
So whether you know me or seen me or not, whatever, I have to prove it now.
Okay. All right. So Good Times is back. Okay. Good Times.
I'm back.
What's your luck right now? Okay. Get them out quick.
All right. I'll get them out quick. So first one you probably already heard. what motivated you to do stand-up comedy in the first place? And then Andy Kaufman versus Sam Kinison, which one's better?
Okay, what motivated me to do comedy at the beginning? Because I was a fucking lunatic. I was selling drugs. We would beat people up. We would fucking do a lot of bad stuff. Okay, and then my job when at the bar we hung out with, my job was when new people came in that we didn't know, I would go make fun of them, and so, until they wanted to fight us, and I would do that. And my friend goes, "You're pretty funny," and we started listening to Howard. And they go, Jackie's got an open mic at Rascals in West Orange. You should try comedy. And that's how it came from. So I can't, this saved my life, truthfully. Comedy did save my life because there wasn't many things I could do at that time. And it would have been illegal. It would have been with the wrong people. And it basically, everybody was happy in my family when I went this way. And then once I realized I was a comedian, when my father or mother would say, "This is my son, he's a comedian." They didn't say that for a long time. You know what I mean?
So they were proud.
That's when you know you're doing good, because they're not going to tell you doing good if you're not doing good.
Right. So you were a drug dealer. You went right from dealing drugs.
I was everything. I was everything that was bad in life growing up in Staten Island. And it was just not, a lot of people that I grew up with are dead. And a lot of them, some in jail, some,
Oh, wow. So you escaped that through comedy. That's incredible.
Which is really good. And you say Andy Kaufman or Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy Kaufman was a fucking total genius. You go up there with stuff that would probably bomb for the first 5 years or something like that. And like Sam Kinison was a beast. There's a difference there. Andy Kaufman was doing something that was so out there that people would probably have to see it a few times before they realized what it was. Like it was like even like Stephen Wright when he first came out. That's kind of like kind of boring shit, but then you get it after a while. Yeah, you're like, oh, this guy's pretty brilliant. So it's a different way of coming into it.
Okay, all right. Now one last guy, Raining Corn Dogs. You're on with Bob Levy.
What's up, Rain?
Hey, Bob. It's really, really great to meet you. Fan for a long time, and you look amazing. I can't believe how good you look after doing coke for so many years. It's like, you know what I mean? You didn't hit the wall somehow. And yeah, it's really good to hear you like just being so positive and humble. And it's awesome, man. It's really awesome inspiration.
Thank you.
I have two questions. Can you say shrimp now? Can you finally pronounce shrimp?
Shrimp.
You said it. Oh my God. Great work.
Shrimp. I would practice for a long time because like after a while I learned the words but it's just the way you talk when you were from, you would hear it a different way when you grew up in Brooklyn and New York. So it sounded like shrimp or the other words like some of the words that rotisserie. To me, I heard it rotisserie.
That's not a word, Bob. That's not a word.
I know, but I heard it that way, and I never knew it. And even that saying, "I know it by heart," I always thought I know it by heart because that's the way I heard it. I know it by heart, and you're like, it doesn't make any sense.
And that's why you're funny. That's why. All right, Alyssa, thank you so much for letting me on. But wait, one more question, really quick.
Yeah.
Bob, we never heard why Brent left the show. Can you speak to that at all? And
I really have no idea.
I'll take my answer off the air. Thanks.
Okay.
Nice Brent Hatley. He's asking you about Brent Hatley.
I have no idea. Yeah, I really have no idea. I know he was on the show, not many years ago, or 2, whatever, 3. But I really have no idea. We've never talked about it. Even though we do 2 shows a week, we've never it's not in the conversation at all. It's none of my business anyway. You know what I mean?
I think if he wanted to talk to you about it, he would bring it up probably, right? I mean, some people, they want to remain in good standing, so they don't say anything. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is, but I know.
Yeah, I don't know if he just decided to do what he wanted to do, whatever he wanted to do, on his own. You know what I mean? I have no idea, so I really can't answer.
I think typically people get pushed out, and then they're forced to do things on their own, and that's fine too. You guys, you have to just go with the flow of life and not push against it. And I think like Stuttering John, people like that are pushing so hard against something and, constantly being upset by things you cannot control.
You can't
That's
control.
the controlling thing. It'll kill you, man. Like I don't know what's going on with him, what he's doing, or whatever. Like really, like I kind of I'm not one of those guys anymore that like I'm more into the family kind of thing now, and I have like I'm not on the phone.
Move with life. You have to move with the way life is bringing you. You know, when you're younger, you're interested in different things, right? So putting the cheese in the girls' butts, you like that before. Now you like being with your family. That's just the way life goes. We're not always going to be the same. And people that complain about Howard's show changing, that's just life, you guys. I hope that you change and that you don't always stay the way you were, like when you were in a fraternity or something. You know, you should not stay like that. You need.
But it would be so creepy to have Howard talking about young girl, like you know what I mean. It's very creepy. It would be very creepy. And now he's talking about what it is life. Now it's enjoyable. It's not knee slapping all the time, but it's enjoyable.
A different audience. It's not the same audience. You could change audiences, by the way.
But you can change audiences, but a lot of people stuck around. Some left, but but it's like what would it be the same thing for 40-something years? You're gonna listen to the same thing,
you guys. You cannot. People need to move on. I mean, this is Stern Fan Nation, so I don't know if he's moved on, but Stern Fan Nation, you're on with Bob Levy.
Elisa, first off, thank you for having me on. Reverend Bob, great to see you, brother. I don't know if you remember me. I'm Jerry. I was the guy who won part of the Artie Quitter podcast subscriber contest.
I don't remember.
You met me down in the lobby.
Oh yeah. Okay. Did we do the show downstairs? We did the show downstairs.
We started off in the conference room in about probably for the first hour and a half, and then we moved up into Artie's place upstairs. I just wanted to pop up real quick and let people know. I mean, Reverend Bob is one of the nicest people you will ever meet in real life. Not only is he really funny, but he's really a super nice guy. I just wanted to come up real quick and just say hello and. Thank you, Reverend Bob, for welcoming me. I'm kind of nervous right now, but I just want to say thank you, man. Reverend Bob's a great guy. I love you, man. Great to see you. Elisa, great catch this week. I'll let you guys go. I'll let you guys talk.
Wow. Oh, he loves you. You're loved, Bob.
I remember this now because, I remember there was something, but I don't, once he said, I met him at Artie's thing, I know there wasn't many outsiders came in, so that's why we did it downstairs because he didn't know. We're like, this guy could come and kill, he can kill me.
I know.
And we're like, we decided to do it downstairs. And then once we realized he's okay, we went upstairs. Now I remember the story.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Have you ever been like scared by a fan? Has anybody taken it too far?
No, I mean, I think I scare fans more than they would scare me because I was out of control. You know what I mean? I love fans. I don't even call them fans. I call them friends because most of them become friends of mine. Most of those are, you know what I mean? It's like, how can you not, unless they're really annoying, but you don't really get that. You get people that appreciate what you do. So, why would you not like them?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, anybody who likes you, I guess you should like them typically. But everyone likes you here. You have so many people that want to talk to you. So up next we have this guy that is running for the 2024 election.
Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, his name today is Anthony Hudson. He's shaking his head. I don't think he likes Joe Biden.
Yeah,
but we're gonna find out. What's the main quality you're looking for in someone like that's running?
For me,
yeah,
someone that's not full of shit. Somebody that truthfully wants this country to go well and have people work and make money and enjoy life and fucking. It's not. Right? It's not about the hate. Hate comes from people just being stupid. And if you keep showing hate, this is what happens, this is what will happen, telling people, they're like, oh shit, yeah, fuck it, I don't want that guy. But what do you have now? This is a mess now. It's a mess.
I think might be what inspired him to run, is that more and more people I'm hearing that are coming on Kermit and Friends want to run for president because they're just so tired of what's going on right now and they're frustrated.
Yeah. It's horrible what's going on, and it's like they're dividing people over bullshit that's not there. Because I'm out there and I see people. I see black people. I see white people. I see everything. Everybody gets along. But if you watch the news, the regular news, white people hate black people. If you go on the internet, all you see is black people beating up white people. So if you either way that you're going to look at it, you're going to look at it the way you're seeing it and what you believe, what you're watching, whether you watch Fox News or you watch CNN, you're going to believe what they're telling you. And what is the real honest shit? You don't know. You don't, but it's living. It's going out there and seeing people. That's how you fucking know.
Good times. What? What?
All right. So I want to ask him, does he think that the future of comedy has any chance with how politicized and polarized society has been made to be offended by everything? That was my
like
question.
cancel culture, that kind of thing. Good times.
Yeah, I think that those days are going to end soon. I think that people are going to be really fighting for fucking people that really do what they want to do. I think that's going to come back. And Levy Brennan 2024, you're damn fucking right, because there's nobody better than me and Kevin together, because we are funny, we're assholes, we're fucking everything. We don't go with the grain of what everybody else wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not listening to anybody. They have their own thing. They don't have anybody bossing them around or managed. They're not being micromanaged like you've been in the past. So you must feel very free about that.
Well, yeah, you have to be, especially when people try to tie you down. You're like, come on, you ain't tying me down, bitch. I'm fucking ready for this. I like to do what I like to do, and I shouldn't be told what to do when I created what I am.
Oh God, this is such an annoying caller. Yes, what?
Okay.
What?
Lisa, I'm just wondering if maybe Bob Levy would like to take a hike with me in the mountains overlooking the Hollywood Hills, like old times.
All right, you can't do a private joke on like a public show. Like no private jokes. These callers, some of them are really bad. Sorry about that.
Do a hike. Okay,
yeah,
I never.
He's doing a joke because Stuttering John invited me on a hike, and I just said hikes are just not good because they're too long. Like I'll meet for coffee, but not a hike. A hike is just you're stuck with that person on a mountain. It just doesn't seem relaxing to me.
But you're gonna go up the mountain like a hike, like in a mountain, like you're gonna go all the way up a mountain. See, that's pretty.
I'm not.
Yeah, see, that's like too much. Like I would be like, fucking, let's go to a walk down to the corner. You know, I'm not going.
Exactly. That's
that
about how much
seem like
conversation. The perfect amount of conversation is a walk around the corner and then just drop me off back home.
Yeah, go camping maybe, something like that. But fucking, I'm not walking. I'm not fucking going. There's fucking bears out there. I can't. I don't have time to. I'm not gonna die on a fucking hill. That's not the hill I'm dying on.
Yeah, we have podcasts to do. We need to stay safe. Bob Levy, thank you so much. Did you have fun on Kermit and Friends?
I really did. I like it because every different questions and fucking like people come and attack you. I love it. That's what you're supposed to do. If everybody was nice, I love Noodles because fucking Noodles broke a little. He broke a little character on me. And he started smiling, but I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Not everybody loves you. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. And you can't expect everyone to love you. And I love when they have a reason to hate you, but I'll at least say, you know, hey, this is why, but no, I'm going to explain to you exactly why you're wrong. Because I'm always right.
He put a lot of thought into it. That Noodles, you could tell he's been like taking notes and writing things down, and he thought about it before. And I don't see him now, but I hope he comes back.
Oh no, yeah. You need him. Noodles is fucking great. Noodles is what you need. Every guest should have to put up with Noodles because of the fact you need them to fucking go and see how they react to it. If you can't react to somebody that doesn't like you or make believe they don't like you, you can't react to people in real life. And that's the point. So fucking, you know, everybody's got to fucking be a man, be a woman, and just fucking deal with it and have an answer for it. You can't just say fuck you. You know,
I don't want people heckling me like in life. Like, please, nobody do that.
No, not in real life, but during a show, it's fine. You can take a little ribbon and that shit. But this was great. I appreciate you having me on, and thank you guys. I think who hit me up? Bone Load? Does somebody hit me up? Bone Loads hit me up.
So the beauty of this show, I don't know if your show is like this, but the great thing about Kermit and Friends is the fans of the show book the guests. Okay. So if they want to see me talking to somebody, they reach out to that person. So Bone Loads, thought of you and thought that you'd be a great person for Kermit and Friends. And the fans are right. The fans are right. Everybody enjoyed you, and that was great. So we really appreciate Bone Loads. Where should people catch you next, Bob?
Well, you can listen to me. I do Levy Land on YouTube every Tuesday live. That's free. And then we do The Miserable Men on Patreon.
Nice.
That comes up. Now we have to tape because we got thrown off of YouTube. So we have to tape it. We can't go live. And then I do comics on cannabis, which is on YouTube and on the listening things. It's pretty funny. And we're going to be doing a lot more comedy in that. And you can, we're up at, I do stuff with Kevin Brennan, a lot of comedy with him too. Go to kevinbrennan.com. There's some shows on there. And also his Misery Loves Company podcast, which is on Patreon, which is amazing. And Compound Media, you know what I mean? It's somewhere you can go and speak whatever you want and you can't get thrown off. And it's a lot of fun. And you got to check out those shows.
All right, we will. We're definitely going to check you out. Thank you so much, Bob. You're incredible.
Anytime. Thank you.
That was Bob Levy, everybody. Wow, what a great guest. Awesome. Incredible on the show. Love the interview. Bone Loads, great job. Okay, so next we're going to talk to somebody who's running for president. And the way that I met this person was through Sharman Smith. Sharman Smith also ran for president in 2020. How did you meet Anthony Hudson?
I met him through social media, probably TikTok, and I noticed that he was running for president. We chatted a little bit, and when I met him, he hadn't filed the paperwork yet, and so I had encouraged him to do that. And when he made the announcement that he had done the filing and he was moving forward, he reached out to me and asked what he needed to do to get on the show. So I tagged you, and the rest is history.
Wow, that is incredible. Okay, so everybody, I'm going to put on Wappy Flanker for a song, and then you're going to be joined by Anthony Hudson.
Far away in outer space, floating, drifting in a daze, roll around, not in a cage. Far away in outer space. Shine through, wishing on a star for me and you. Shoot a star ripping through me and you. Wishing on a star for me and you. I need you. I need you. Wishing on a star for me and you. Shoot a star ripping through me.
Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, it's Ham Hands Bill.
Hey, Ham Hands Bill, how are you?
Pretty good. Are you doing anything tomorrow for Labor Day?
I don't know. I'm just taking it day by day right now. Maybe I'll go to the beach. Who knows? I just try to do something fun every day, Bill. I'm trying to be happy right now.
Yeah, I was going to go to the beach, but it's a little cloudy in Coney Island, a little cloudy in Queens.
Yeah, you're going to the beach in Queens? That's nice, Bill. I really appreciate that about you. You're just always so positive and fun and nice and just the best.
Thanks. Do you know that yesterday every movie theater was $3?
Did you go to the movies yesterday?
Yes.
I wanted to go, but I was like, I don't know if every movie theater. Yeah, movies were $3 yesterday. What'd you see in the movie theater?
I went to see Spider-Man.
Oh, how was that? Spider-Man.
It's pretty good because a lot of people clap, because remember, you have you seen it?
Spider-Man. I'm not really too into that. It's hard for me to sit through a movie, Bill. It's true. It's hard for me to sit through it. I wanted to see the Elvis movie, but yeah, I mean, I like the snacks.
But the thing is, by the time I got there, it was almost 2:00, and the next two movies was the Invitation.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be fun because some guy gets his head cut off right on the table, on the dinner table.
And Spider-Man?
No. The movie called The Invitation.
Oh, The Invitation. I wouldn't like that movie. I don't really like violence in movies, so I don't think I would like that.
Yeah, so my only choice was either Spider-Man.
Okay.
Or one of those kids movie cartoons.
Yeah.
So I chose Spider-Man.
Did you take a date to the movie, Bill? Did you take a date?
No, because it was kind of. I invited a friend, but she was busy moving to a new apartment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the thing about like movies. You have to plan and you have to like get a date and like, are they available? It's just so annoying. I just don't like that much planning ahead. I would probably go alone if I was to go to a movie. I would go alone.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. There was a lot of people. There were people laughing because, sometimes when guys are talking about, for example, there was more than one Spider-Man on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about when they released the spider web out of the wrist.
Yeah. What about
it? And it became kind of sexual.
Sexual?
Sexual and funny because they were talking about, do you like it when it comes out? Does it come out of anywhere else? Insinuating like the penis, the dick.
Huh?
Yeah, so there was a lot of people laughing, thinking I was a little gay. Then one of the Spider-Mans went behind the other Spider-Man and pushed into him to crack his back.
Yeah.
And that was a little gay for some people started laughing,
Wait, so it's like all sexual? They made Spider-Man sexual this time?
No, but the thing is, when all three were together, they're cracking their back.
Yeah.
Became a little gay because they were wearing their tie suits.
Yeah.
And, one guy behind the other one pushing against him.
Huh.
And cracking his back, people laughing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm even convinced more I wouldn't like this. Okay, so it sounds uncomfortable to watch that movie with other people there. I never like that part too, like the sexy parts, and then there's all these people watching. It's just weird. I don't know. I'd just rather be home, not watching anything, just staring.
Yeah, well, I prefer a crowded theater.
Yeah. Oh, you prefer a crowd? See, I don't want to be sitting next to strangers, and then like I don't know if I have to go to the bathroom. It just seems very annoying.
Well, for me, I like people interacting.
Oh yeah, are you talking to strangers during the movie?
No. I'm talking about when people laugh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you like to laugh with people. You're a great guy. Oh, you're such a nice guy. You like to laugh with people. Oh, I love your innocence.
People laughing. There was a baby crying.
There was a baby crying, and you liked it.
Well, not that I liked it, but I mean, it's part of life. The woman walked out. Yeah, she walked out with the baby because she had no choice. The baby didn't want to stop crying. And then to my left, there were two guys sitting in the seats they were not supposed to. So there were three girls that came. I said, listen, tell the guy, the security on the front, so he comes and take this guy out because you're supposed to be sitting right here.
Okay, Bill, I have to talk to this president. This guy's running for president. Anthony Hudson. He knows Sharman Smith. She ran for president in 2020. This guy's going to run for president in 2024. I mean, what do you think about that? Can we help somebody like that? Why do you think he's going to be president? What can we do for this guy?
Well, I mean, the United States is about opportunity.
Yeah.
It's about giving chances.
Yeah.
So if this guy has a good agenda, I don't know if he's going to be Republican or Democrat, but if he has a good agenda, he's going to have to compete with
other 17 Republicans, if it's a Republican.
Is he a Republican, Anthony Hudson?
Democrat, it's going to compete with a few good guys too.
Huh. All right. Okay. Well, let's find out. You'll let me know later if you'll vote for him. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Bill. Love you.
Love you.
Bye. That was Ham Hands Bill. Great guy. Likes to go to the movies. Imagine that. Okay, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm going to talk about this guy first a little bit. Anthony Hudson is running for president of the United States of America. He believes in we the people, for the people. He is a blue-collar, hardworking American that understands and feels the struggle in today's America, just like we all do. He wants to take the country and give it back to the American people. Everybody, welcome to the show, Anthony Hudson. Welcome.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm so happy and thrilled to have you on here. We were all excited because you are you just sick of the way things are going? Is that what inspired this?
Absolutely 100% correct.
Okay.
This was about 11, 12 weeks ago. I saw what was going on in the news with the inflation, school shootings, the event that happened in Uvalde, Texas. And I just said enough is enough. And we, the people, deserve better. Right now, we don't have a government that represents us at all. And when the Constitution was signed back in 1776, it was for the people, from the people. And earlier with Bob Levy, first of all, how do you follow a show like that? I'm really nervous here.
He was pretty nice, right? Did you like him?
Yeah, he was great. It was a great show to watch, and I was all comfortable coming in here, but before I saw that show, and then I started getting nervous. But no, when you guys were talking about we can't stay the same and we have to change, we have to adapt, and something we see in our lives is that every 10, 12, 15 years we have to adapt to a new way of living. That's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. Our government does not seem to adapt with the people. It still runs on old ideologies. Maybe it's because of the age of the people that are in our government. But I feel like we need to have these term seats and these age restrictions so that our government can be modernized and run to or for the people as we constantly adapt to a new way of living. And the people that are in there now just don't get it. They're corrupt. They're paid money to look the other way. They have their own selfish agendas, and we need to find a way to give that back to the people so that we can run our own country and continue to have the freedoms that were given to us many, many years ago that we've slowly started to lose.
And how do you start to do that? Because that just seems like a big job.
It's a major job. It's literally an overhaul of our government and our system and our beliefs. I feel like, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, they both talk about the people having the ability to abolish government if we feel that our government has harmed us in any way, shape, or form. And I have to ask the people out there right now, do we feel like what's going on in this country is harmful to our way of life and our happiness? And I personally believe that it is. And the only way you can truly abolish a government and start over is to have a new face, a new ideology, a new commitment to the people. And, you look back at what happened on January 6th, and I'm against that 100%. You cannot.
Oh, yeah. That was freaking horrible. I can't believe anybody's for that.
I don't know. I don't even know why they thought they would be successful with that. But I understand why they did it. They just had the wrong approach. And if we want to give this country back to the people so that you have a voice and we control this country, what we do, how we do it, and where we go as far as the future, we have to do it together. We cannot do this with the red fighting the blue or the left fighting the right all the time. That leads to society. And
because those people hate each other now. I never saw such hate as them going against each other on social media. It's like bigger than ever. And it's completely divisive, and it's horrible, and it's so much like bad energy.
It is, and it starts with the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. What they do in Washington leaks out into our communities, and it tells us Like, if you're a Democrat and I'm a Republican, I'm not supposed to like you at all because of my beliefs that are with my party. And that's not the way it is. People have a choice to make in life what they want to do. And I firmly believe that it's easier to like people, be happy, and care about people than it is to be full of hate. People go out of their way to hate people or disagree with people now because it's the trend, so to speak. He's angry, she's angry, I want to be angry. Well,
right.
What are we accomplishing with all that anger? Nothing. We're getting nowhere. We're going backwards in time. Our economy is falling apart rapidly before us. And you have speeches like what Joe Biden did the other night in Philadelphia that was literally, in my opinion, a hate speech towards the Republican Party.
Yeah, that we cannot have any more of that, right? That just has to be over, and I cannot believe that that's still going on. So how are you going to remedy this? Because everybody's so angry right now. So are you like an independent, or what's going on there?
So here in Michigan, I'm registered as a Republican. I was a Republican all my adult life, and I've decided I was going to run as an independent. Not part of the independent party. I want to be clear with that. Nonpartisan. I want to run so that we can pull ourselves away from the feud that's going in Washington. I believe there are good Democrats and good Republicans that can work together. There's good constitutionalists and federalists out there that want to work together to make this a better place to live for our kids. We want to ensure that we can work on topics like education. The United States has fallen so far down the line when it comes to education. It's almost embarrassing at this point. We are not a leader in our own education system or in the world. So we need to find a way to ease the tensions in this country. We do that with support of the people. The people outnumber Washington 10-1 easily. And if we can get the people on board with the right ideology that says we're going to give the power back to the people, then I think the people will relax a little bit knowing that they have a say with issues such as overspending, our money going overseas, all this money that's going to Ukraine. We all want to support the hopes of Ukraine defeating Russia. We do. But this is not a one-sided affair where the United States has to fund that war. This is supposed to be a collaborative effort with NATO. And NATO has contributed 1/3 of what the United States has contributed. And I simply poise that we stop sending money and military aid to Ukraine until NATO catches up to what we've already done. I went down to Kentucky a couple of weeks ago, and I met up with some amazing people with a motorcycle and trucking affiliation called Freedom Outlaws. And we went around helping those who were victims of the flooding in Kentucky. And Joe Biden had out there for about 45 minutes, spent $30 million with security and travel to get there. Our money, $30 million of our money, and spent an hour there. We went there for 4 days, spent less than $1,000, and we helped almost 1,500 people between getting water, supplies, food. We gave food on the side of the road. There was this one gentleman that was really struggling. He was 82 years old. The water rose over 130 feet from the river and demolished his mobile home. And FEMA said that they wouldn't touch it because it was 18 feet off the road. So we took a track hoe, went back up there the next day, and we demolished his trailer. We tore it apart completely and pushed it out on the road so FEMA would have to take it. Because he can't get a new property, he can't get a new home until the existing one is gone. And we had heard stories that FEMA was offering people $200.
Oh, wait, you're just freezing a little bit. Oh, wait, Anthony, I just have a quick question. What do you think of running against Charmin? Do you think you have a shot?
I met Charmin on TikTok. She's one of my followers, and we talked. And I don't, running against her, I think it would be more ideal to run with her.
Oh, because she's running for president. I mean, she's running for president in the next election, Charmin.
Well, I haven't made any decisions about the next election for 24. I'm on the ballot in 22 in Florida as a Democrat. And I hear Anthony and I appreciate where his heart is, and I support him chasing his dreams, especially if he can help bring people together in any way. But I'm very familiar with how the process works. And as an independent, you still have to make a choice which party you're going to run for and get a nomination for because of the Electoral College. If you cannot get the votes from the Electoral College, you cannot win. And I hope he is successful and gets very far and makes a lot of attention and brings a lot of attention to issues that are important to him. And he makes things better. But as an independent, the odds of winning the election or getting a nomination from either party, that's not really in your favor now.
You're right. In the old ways of the Electoral College, you're right. You're absolutely right.
The current way, not the old way. That's the way it exists today.
When I filed my paperwork with the FEC and they approved everything for me to be a candidate, they assigned me an agent there at the FEC to help me, get caught up to date with certain things as far as paperwork. I asked her about the electoral votes. As an independent, you absolutely can get the electoral votes. There's nothing saying you can't. What I'm hearing from the people in this country is that they want a change. And I understand that as an independent, it's never gone well. Or it's never
Well, hold on. Is Anthony's sound going out? It sounds like it's going out a little bit.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Electronics are not my friend, especially not lately.
No. It's just, we want Anthony to do well. I want him to do well. I want to support him. He's a great guy. He's helping people on the side of the road.
Yeah, the mansion was on Hudson, and I missed the mansion. So when a presidential candidate with the last name of Hudson showed up, I knew it was a sign. We should hear this. And the reality is that every election season, somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 regular people like Anthony and I file the paperwork with the FCC so that they can run for president. Now, those people range somewhere between Joe Biden and D's nuts. And I like to think I'm closer to Joe Biden, but D's nuts gets better press. And there'll be plenty of things for us to talk about if we can tap into all these presidential candidates and bring them on here.
Yeah. So we'll support Anthony and he seems very earnest and just like he really wants to run, right?
And he's got great merchandise. Like, those are some good looking shirts. He sold enough of them. He had to file the paperwork to keep going because there are rules and thresholds, and those paperwork, the FCC, they're very serious about all that stuff.
I mean, he sold a shirt. I want to know who bought that shirt. Like, who was that?
Well,
did you buy a shirt?
No, I didn't buy a shirt. He asked me if I would wear a shirt, and I told him I really couldn't because we could be, running against each other. I can't endorse him. I haven't made that decision yet, but I can't endorse you at this point in time. Good luck. Thank you for filing as an independent. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, it's cute. No, he helps people. That's great. Let's start doing that, right? It's very inspiring. He was helping people on their trucks. That's
when
great.
He showed up to the flood in Kentucky, that said a lot about him as a person.
Yeah, and let's do that. Why am I so lazy? Where's the next
We need
one?
some more people like that, right? We need some more people that care about bringing together both sides of the aisle, right? It's not just Democrats and Republicans and independents. All of us are here together in this country. Whatever we can do to make it better so we stop fighting with each other and stop threatening to kill each other. Maybe, like each other a little bit, just a little.
Yeah, I just wish that we could get rid of all the hatred. Like, I don't know. When I was around a bunch of Republicans, I felt so much despise. I just despise them so much that I don't like that, though. I don't like that about myself. I shouldn't hate anybody, right?
Well, misery loves company, and I'm glad that we had the Miserable Man podcast on here today because there's a lot of miserable men, and we need to figure out how to get them to go on an apology tour and make some fun of themselves. Like, I don't think the Republicans realized when they came out so hard against Antifa and the anti-fascists, they were basically confessing to being fascists. Like, I don't think that dot got connected for them until this week when Biden called them semi-fascists. And they're just now starting to realize, like, oh my God, I don't want to be a fascist. I didn't realize I got sucked into something so horrible. It's okay to say you didn't know what you were getting into. It's okay to say you believe the wrong person and that's not who you are. You care about your country. You're not interested in treason. You don't want anybody selling our nuclear secrets. You're not going to defend this guy anymore. You know he was friends with Epstein and we don't like him, right? It's okay to turn your back on him and say he's not your dude, and even start looking for dudes like Anthony. There's good dudes out there.
He seems like a good guy. I mean, that's the best case scenario, right? That we just meet a nice guy that wants to help people. I mean, it's very rare, but he's here. Look, I got this cool Kermit the Frog Lego from Super Tramp. I'm really excited about it. People are so nice to be here.
Yeah. They really are. Well, this is a great show, and we all like what you're doing.
Thank you. Do you like so you like the show today? What do you think Wheezy should discuss on the wrap-up show? What do you think he should discuss today?
Well, I think we should talk about Jimmy the Christian and Claire knowing Bob Levy. How great was the connection of that, right?
I would say I know him. I wouldn't say I know him, but I mean, I was a regular caller on Miserable Men for quite some time.
And our miserable men need some help. I love a little fake apology tour, even if we can just do it to get people laughing, whatever it takes.
But one quick thing for Charmin. Charmin, you and Anthony Hudson are like at the opposite ends of the political spectrum. I did a little looking into him. I mean, you guys are really, not to bring up something polarizing, but how do you deal with something where, you're kind of kidding around about Anthony Hudson, but put you and Anthony Hudson in a room.
What do you mean? How are they opposite? How are they
opposite?
Oh, no.
Well, he really, I mean, he goes by independent, but he really does have a lot of really hardcore right-wing positions that are definitely, I'm guessing, since we know so much about Charmin's politics, not things that you would endorse. Not
like what? Like what specifically, Jimmy?
Well, I know that they differ on how guns should be handled.
So Anthony probably likes guns, if I were to guess, right, Anthony?
I like guns too.
I do. I do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Being from Texas originally, now living in Michigan, it's not a matter of whether I like guns or not. It spells it out in the Constitution that we have an obligation to defend ourselves or our neighbors or our property. So anything outside of that is an infringement on your Second Amendment right, and we cannot be taking away our rights in this country. Guns don't kill people.
As a woman, my rights were taken away recently by having the abortion laws changed.
Yeah,
right. So rights in this country are subject based on who has the ability to remove them.
And how do you feel
about
that?
You got to understand that I am all for women's rights and equality in this country. I don't think a woman should be treated any differently than a man. And let me talk on this for a second. My neighbor is a doctor. She's a woman. She's pregnant with her first child, and I've sat there and talked to her about abortion for medical reasons. I've talked about abortions and how they affect the woman's body. We've gone over all kinds of different scenarios. I've also recently talked about the fact that women cannot get their tubes tied under the age of 25 or 30, and they got to have their spouse's support to do it. I call bullshit on this. All right, it's a woman's body. You have the right to choose what happens to your body. If you're a lesbian and you're 19 years old and you know that you are never going to bear a child, you should have the right to go in and say, as a contraceptive, so I don't have any accidents if we're ever playing around outside of our relationship here, I'm not going to get pregnant. I want to have my tubes tied. A woman should have that right to go in and have her tubes tied. A doctor who tells a woman no, if he's a man especially, is nothing more than sexist medication. It needs to be gone. Women need to have the right to choose. When it comes to abortion, let's take the little girl in Ohio, for example. She was 10 years old and she was raped by her stepfather, got pregnant, and then they overturned Roe versus Wade. And this little fourth grader is expected to go to school here as a mom.
And now they're suing the doctor in Indiana who gave her the abortion. Exactly. It makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever. This young girl may never trust men again. The mental health that's going to come from this situation with this girl, the life of the child, you have to look at the quality of life of this child. If this child was born knowing that grandpa is daddy, knowing that mom was raped, knowing that people are going to know this story and make fun of this person for its entire life. Statistics show that these types of situations push these children down the wrong path. They end up in
Anthony.
gangs. Yes.
Were you in favor of Roe v. Wade being overturned the way it was by the Supreme Court?
No, not at all.
As a
Not at all.
Republican, how do you talk to other right-wing people about abortion?
I tell them basically, listen, you guys want to jump to a conclusion based off of what you think. Look at the whole story. Look at the whole scenario, the whole situation. If you take a circle and you draw a line right down that circle and you've got the left on one side and the right on the other side, they believe one thing, this side believes the other thing. There is a line in the middle that causes division. Let's call gray line the gray area, so to speak. There is a story in that gray area that not everybody knows. If you want to make a decision on Roe versus Wade or abortion, you should understand the entire circle of the conversation or the topic and understand, okay, if a woman has 2 kids at home and she's pregnant, the doctor tells her, if you carry this child full term, it's going to take your life. The woman needs to know that she has a right to make a decision on how important her life is for her 2 existing children versus having this baby and having 3 children in the world without a mom. Right? Right now, I don't think you have that choice. Your body belongs to the state, and your body should belong to you, not any state, not this government. Doctors should be comfortable knowing that they could go talk to you and perform these procedures if you qualify for these procedures. And yes, we have to have qualifications, because if we don't, people will always try to manipulate the system or take advantage of getting abortion. Abortion was never set up to be a contraceptive. So if you want to be pro-life, we want to protect those babies from women who had one-night stands or who got pregnant just having fun, or who got pregnant and then they're going through a divorce and don't want to have another child. We want to protect those lives, those babies. If a mother was raped, whether it was just rape, sex trafficking, or she should have an option. And if you're going to claim rape, you need to bring proof to the doctor, a police report. Don't rape if you're not seriously willing to go after the man who raped you, because you're trying to kill an innocent baby. Bring the proof that you were raped. Some people have suggested that we have women submit rape test kits. I've done some research on those. They're not the most comfortable thing to watch in the world. I can't imagine what it's like for a woman to go through that. But if you were seriously raped, bring the rape test kit to your doctor along with a police report and let your doctor treat you and make sure that you qualify to have an abortion. And again, the mother's health, if it's going to terminate the mother's life, it should be an option for her, whether she wants to live or end up basically commit suicide by having this baby and having her life taken from her. That's where women should have the right to choose what they want to do in that situation. Is it right wing? Is it left wing? I think it should incorporate both sides of the coin. I think it should be a topic that we should all be open to talking about and communicating back and forth. These are the pros, these are the cons, and let's work together. This is what I meant when I talked about giving the people the power, giving the people in this country a voice so that they can be heard, so we can make better decisions for our nation. Right now, we have an administration that is doing whatever he wants to do, and it's affecting every one of us in a negative way. Tell me how getting rid of student loans is a positive thing for you, Elisa, or for many who's sitting up here. How is that positive for you if you no longer are in college or you no longer have student loans? Now you're going to have to be paying for someone else's student loans through your taxes, because it's not free. Nothing is free. So how does this help us? How does California expect to sell only electric vehicles after 2035, but they're asking people this past week to not charge their cars in California because they need to conserve energy? That should tell you right now that the grid cannot handle what it is they're trying to do in California. Why are we not stopping this?
Vinnie Manson, you have a question for Anthony?
Not a question, but I have a statement. I think that the two-party system is bullshit, and I think people are selected, not elected. And I think Democrat and Republican is just a pair of pants, the same pair of pants with 2 different legs.
I like the way you think, Benny. I do.
Thank you.
And I agree with you. I think right now the people of this country want to see a change, a new face, a new name, and something that's going to pull this country together. That's why I chose to go independent, Elisa. If you go Republican or Democratic, you have to go through what they call a fight, because not every Republican makes it to the primary. They have to elect one nominee to represent the Republicans. So everybody else in that field is fighting for support, for nomination, for finances, money, donations, whatever. That is a fight. I'm against the fighting of the people in this country. And the way you want to unify this country is to start out trying to get people from both sides to support you, not one. I don't care what Donald Trump does. I don't care what DeSantis does. I don't care what Biden does. What I care about is giving the people of this country back what they need the most: respect, love, an opinion, a voice, and to feel like they matter. We don't feel like we matter anymore because nothing we say or do gets heard in Washington at all.
Frog, do you feel like you matter?
Yeah, but I've learned is we do not discuss religion and politics in public.
But Frog, we're talking to somebody that's running for president. We have to talk about politics a little bit.
He'll never make it. He's too weak. He's flippy floppy, wishy washy. He has a position, but when he sees a pretty girl, he backs right off.
No, he has a position, Frog. He's been saying his position. He says that, you know, he wants everybody's vote, not just Republicans, not just Democrats. He wants everybody to get along. Isn't that nice, Frog? I thought that was a nice thing.
Put a pretty girl back up there and watch him backpedal.
No, there's no backpedaling, Frog. There's no backpedaling.
I don't think he was backpedaling. Frog, why don't you like Anthony Hudson? He just helped people during a flood.
That's awesome. Stick with that, Anthony. It ain't that I don't like you. It's that I do like someone else.
And that's okay. That's your choice.
Is Charmin your choice?
Trump.
Oh, Trump. Oh,
okay.
Wow. Oh, you're voting for Trump. Wow, Frog. I didn't know that you were that way.
Let me ask Frog this. Now let's just keep an open mind of possibilities here, Frog. All right? Let's keep an open mind. Let's say that Trump gets indicted and found guilty on one of the 3 charges that he could be facing after the Mar-a-Lago raid. What are you going to do then?
Impossible. Do you know what will happen?
Please share.
People will not allow it.
You think people have control over what happens in the courtroom? When there's enough evidence, at some point in time, there will be something that they can go after this man for. Now, listen, I think Donald Trump did a great job as a president. I think he started a revolution in this country. However, the Hollywood rhetoric, and on my social media platforms, there's a lot of Trump fans that come over and say they are tired.
You're weak. You're weak. You just want me to think, oh, they're going to come after someone, so we can't have them as our leader because they're going to go after him. Weak.
You just go ahead, Elise.
No, I mean, I just feel bad.
Oh, don't you dismiss me like that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we want to give the Frog some respect. He's a very right-wing frog. He is.
No, I thought I started to cut you off, and as a gentleman, I was going to give you your time on your comment. Frog, I'm not dismissing you at all. You're allowed to have your opinion in this country for now. If we let this country keep going the way it's going, you might not have that.
You're going to take away my opinions if elected. For now, I could have an opinion, but if Anthony Hudson's elected, for now.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I want to talk about fall, and the leaves are getting ready to turn. And this is such a beautiful time of year. I love the changing of the seasons.
He doesn't want to talk about politics, even though he always does, Frog. I know you always talk about it, so I don't know why you don't want to talk about it right now.
Well, if we don't address the politics, that's how we stay in the rut that we're currently in.
Yeah,
At some point, we have to talk about it.
Frog, do you want to be in a rut?
No, I just... if he was more on my level.
Oh, you don't think Anthony Hudson?
We have low information voters, and we also have low information politicians, and
well, the good thing is I'm a truck driver, a Harley Davidson enthusiast, a business owner. I am not a politician, Frog. Not a politician. That's where I make a difference. That's where I make a difference. If you think for 1 second that Donald Trump understands the pain and suffering that the good people of this country go through, you're dead wrong. That man is a billionaire. He doesn't have to make decisions how much gas he's going to put in his car versus how many groceries he's going to buy.
Anthony, you do not represent the Americans, peoples, and the bike. You don't even represent bikers. I got a frog bike. You don't even represent us. Yeah, bum. Stop making me talk about this.
No one's going to open your hand, Frog.
I don't know, Frog. I don't know why you don't get along with this guy. He's such a nice guy, and he's helping people, and he's just spreading the word. He doesn't want anybody to have hatred towards another. I think those are good things that you want too, Frog, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, it doesn't seem that way because you're buying into the same attitude that we already have in this country. I'm not trying to persuade you to like me or to vote for me. I'm asking you to change the way you think.
Listen, buddy, if you don't quit attacking me, I'm not the average little frog. I will come after you.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Noodle, how you doing, Noodles?
I'm in this one.
Noodles. Botter's watching.
Yeah, Botter's a faggot. Botter's a big pedophile.
Botter's watching.
Yeah. So anyway, Anthony Hudson, great job. You're the best. Women should have no rights whatsoever. I believe that women should be put back in burqas. And again, I'm telling you right now, all you women out there, my body, my choice. What about my baby, my choice?
What about your student loans?
That was never a right. That was a law. There is a difference between constitutional rights and laws.
About women's rights. Let me tell you something about women's rights. You know why you have them? Because men gave them to you. So shut the fuck up. That's the truth.
Get me out of here.
Oh, God.
You're bad, Noodle.
Noodles, what is going on with you? You're so hateful, Noodles.
I'm just telling the truth. Listen, I had a girl get pregnant on me. She said, go for it, right? No joke. She told me, right? I did it. And 3 months later, she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm no longer having this baby. I had no say in it. I wanted this baby. I was ready to be a father. All right. This woman totally took my manhood away from me in like 2 seconds. I told my parents about it.
It's your baby batter, and maybe your picker is broken.
No, I got her pregnant, dude. But what I'm trying to say is that nobody ever takes into account the man's saying all this. It's like, oh, they just fucked this girl and that was it. That's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That's absolute bullshit, and you know it. You know it because the moment the guy stops paying for the woman, all of a sudden you want to throw him in jail, right? That's what you want to do.
She tried to throw you in jail? What did you do to her that she tried to throw you in jail?
Well, maybe she don't want to throw me in jail. I'm untouchable. But again, there are a lot of black men out there that are thrown in jail for not paying child support.
Because you're untouchable?
There's a lot of Negro black men out there that get thrown in jail for not paying child support. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Negro.
There was a quick
Hispanic.
Topic change. I wasn't anticipating that topic change. I can't imagine why this woman didn't want to be attached to you for the rest of her life.
It wasn't that. She didn't want the baby. She didn't want the baby. She didn't want the responsibility. She's probably a lazy cunt, just like you. Just like you. You're probably what, 50, 60 years old?
Baby. I can see why she wouldn't want to be attached to this for the rest of her life. You're 50 or 60 years old, single on YouTube, no kids, right? Oh, 60? Is that what I look like today?
Oh my God.
I'm being nice.
Oh, I'll take it. If that's your idea of nice, I can see why she didn't want to have your baby and be attached to you for the rest of her life.
You don't even know
whoever the woman was that escaped you.
She was an actress.
And she made a brilliant decision. We can all tell why.
Yeah. You want to know where she is now? You want to know where she is now?
Is she still alive?
She's nowhere in Manhattan. She's nowhere in Manhattan. I have all the money. and she would have been fine.
You have
But
all
now
the
she's
money in
struggling,
Manhattan.
just like you, right?
You
You're
have all the
struggling.
money in
You look like a
Manhattan, and
struggler.
that's why you
Look at your
think that
face.
the
Look at your
women
face.
belong in the kitchen, cooking for you, giving you babies.
No, I don't think that. I think
Because
that
you have
there's
all
some
the money.
intelligent women. But for an instance, like you're not an intelligent woman. I think you belong in the kitchen.
I'm not.
What is
No.
wrong
Oh,
with this
I'm
guy?
too. Am I too dumb to see your value? Is that why I'm not intelligent?
You don't have it. You don't have it. You've been out of the loop for like probably 30 years. You've been out of the loop
Yeah,
for 30 years.
I'll be honest
And
with you. Men were
on the
cooler
left,
30 years
I want an
ago.
apology from you right now.
Me?
No, I don't
How's it feel
run
to
a
want?
cooking chain.
Well,
What?
I don't think anybody would eat your food for sure.
I don't cook. I have women.
I
cook
mean,
for me.
I don't think
I have
anybody
women
wants
cook for me.
anything that
You
you
bitch.
got. Oh,
Mhm.
is that it?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this guy's
Well,
very
you
bad.
like that?
Yeah,
This
he's
You
guy's
like that? You like me
entertaining.
treating you
I
like
mean,
garbage? Just like
I
every one of your
see.
black boyfriends?
Oh, how many do I have?
Probably a lot.
Probably.
Looking at your face, you've probably had a lot of black boyfriends.
What is wrong with you,
do I look
Noodle?
that? Is that what I look like? Do I look like a liberal who doesn't care about
Yeah,
color? Is
yeah.
that what I look like
Oh
to
yeah.
you?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I can tell you're a bitch.
I can't imagine why you're single and don't have any children.
Who said I'm single?
Oh my God! Somebody puts up with you.
Can we interview that
We'll
person?
pray for her or him, whatever
Look at me.
you like.
Look at me. You think I'm single? You think I'm
Yes.
single? Looking like
Yes.
this? Bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
For sure.
Hold on.
Noodles, how did you find out about this show?
Through that faggot robot Botter.
Who?
And again, Botter is Andy Dick, and I know it. And Andy Dick, I'm coming for you. I swear to God, man. Big time. Big time. You know who Botter is. The guy who brought you Minnie Manson and all those people over here. You know who it is. And again, I've had run-ins with the law because of this guy, etc. Listen, I'm not going to hold it against you. You seem like a fine person, to be honest with you. But this fucking person, Botter, has sent me child pornography on my phone. Look at this. You don't want this? Your boyfriend's ugly. I know who your boyfriend is. Your boyfriend's a filthy fucking pig.
All right, so we're gonna have a wrap-up show after this show, Noodles, and it's gonna star Charmin and Minnie Manson and Kleenex and Wheezy. It's gonna be great. And they talk about everything that happened on Kermit and Friends. So Wheezy has a channel. It's called KAF Wrap-Up Show. And it's a great channel because he talks to a lot of people that are affiliated with us. And we try to bring everybody there. And everybody should also add our Kermit and Friends Discord server. Are you in that, Noodles?
Yeah. If you want to get in touch with me, my phone number is 201-264-5003. My name's David Boldo. You can get in touch with me anytime you want.
All right. So let's figure out how people can also support Anthony Hudson in his run for president. Anthony, what can we do to help you?
Well, basically, I've been doing this for 10, 11 weeks now, so just trying to get the word out there. But I have a Facebook page, Hudson for President 2K24. I'm also on Instagram at Hudson2K24. And I am on TikTok. I started with TikTok. I've been a creator on there for a couple of years, and I decided I would start a new account.
Beautiful.
The political side of things. And the very first account I put up with the politics, we rose to over 100,000 followers in 3 weeks, and they banned the account, thinking that it was spam or whatever. So we have a new TikTok account that's doing pretty well. But really, I just want to get the word out that there are other options in this country. You know, and Noodles, I understand you're frustrated. I also had a woman that got an abortion back in 1999 without my consent. I didn't even know. I came home. She was on the floor. She was having complications. Had to run her to the hospital. The doctor is what told me that she had an abortion.
Oh,
so
that must have been horrible for you.
It is. It's tough.
I'm sorry.
I understand that you're frustrated, but what I'd like, because of that, one thing that I've talked about on my social media platforms is making it easier for single men to adopt children who want to be a father. Now,
But
there's
should
two sides of
Noodles
this.
adopt a child?
Nah, I don't want to adopt kids.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, but you should have a choice. This country is all about freedom of choice. And if you take away the rights of one, you take away the rights of all. And we need to be able to have choices to make. So if guys like Noodles decided that they wanted to be other, and they couldn't do the relationship thing. Relationships are hard and difficult, and they always end on bad terms most of the guy should be able to go down and file for an adoption to get a child out of the system and still be a father. He should be able to. The way it's set up now, it's extremely difficult just for a single woman to adopt a child. Why can't we have it set up or put reform into?
Then you're gonna get all those gay dudes adopting kids, and then they're gonna rape them.
I don't know. I'm a little on the fence with this. I'm a little on the fence, Noodle. I can't. Like right now, I don't think you're in the mental state. That's like I'm not in the mental state enough to have a adoption. To adopt a child. I don't think you are, Noodles.
I'm 40. I'm 42 years old. Maybe 10 years ago. 42 years old, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. You're not gonna get the kid that you want. You're gonna get an Asian kid, guaranteed. You're gonna get some kind of Chinese or some kind of Filipino. That's all you're gonna get. You're not gonna get a white kid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to lunch probably today and try to have a nice day, listen to the wrap-up show, and have a good time. Right? Are you gonna watch the wrap-up show with Weezy?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You've
been a fine host. You've been a fine host. Fine host.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, and I'm still waiting for that apology.
What did you want me to apologize for again?
I don't have a cooking channel.
Oh, you don't have a cooking channel. Yeah, Noodles can't cook at all. And he chooses not to cook. He I don't know what he does really, Noodles. So I don't want to say anything. But I mean, right now he's being pretty good. He's going to be on the wrap-up show with Weezy. Weezy, do you even want this guy in the wrap-up show?
He's growing on me. I have to say, he chooses not to cook was a great line. Anybody's always welcome on the wrap-up show. Usually when I do invite them, they don't come up like Jimmy Jordana, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a great show. Very polarizing individuals today. I don't think this is the place where people like to see politics being talked about. I think Noodles
nobody wants that.
Noodles saved us there in that situation. So yeah, he's more than welcome on the wrap-up show.
Thanks.
Yeah, Bob Levy, who's been in radio for like 40 years, love Noodles. What does that tell you?
Yeah, and Bob's awesome. He was spot on about it. I mean, because when Noodles first came on, I was like, wow. And then actually, just like Carl, he's starting to grow on me already.
Yeah, Carl, I hate to say, could not join us today. He's in prison, but he'll be back. He'll be back. Now we have Noodles. I mean,
yeah.
When one
Noodles,
door closes, a window opens. So, okay, on the wrap-up show, I think we should discuss Noodles.
Yes.
Minnie Manson has a lot to say. Kleenex is here. Kleenex, what do you think? I'm just curious what Kleenex wants to talk about on the wrap-up show.
Oh, can I speak? Oh, shit.
What do you want to
First of all, the guys shouldn't have any kids. Does anybody ever tell you look like Alex Jones, but a little worse for the wearer?
Who did they tell you look like?
And what's your name?
Who did they tell you look like?
The guard.
You fucking freak. Yeah.
Fucking freak.
Yeah. Look at you. Look at
me.
Listen, dude. When did you start going bald? Let me ask you a question. When did you start going bald?
About 37, 38. When did you start going bald?
Why don't you just shave your head instead of trying to grow all that fucking hair? You fucking loser. You're a pathetic loser.
I
can tell.
Oh no!
I waited backstage through the whole show for this shit.
Yeah, because you're a loser. That's why you waited.
No,
you're a fucking loser. I came up. I was here in 2 seconds, dude. 2 seconds.
That does not make him a loser. Kleenex is a winner. Okay, he's a winner. He's a great guy, and he has a lot to say. He has a lot of opinions, and actually, we're all.
He's gonna be dead in 10 years. Look at him. He's got 10 years left of life. Enjoy them, old man. Enjoy them.
I don't want to. I'm supposed to be scared of death. I'm 61 years old. I think about it every fucking day. You dumb fuck.
Yeah, who was there? Oh, it's death. Exactly. Death is at your doorstep. You fucking loser.
All right. I kind of want to die right now. Okay, so we're going to go to the wrap-up show. And there's going to be a lot of great people on it. Kleenex, Minnie Manson, Noodles, Anthony Hudson, Weezy, Jimmy Jordana, Charmin, anybody else who wants to be. And the way to get on the wrap-up show is you go in the Kermit and Friends Discord server, and Leaf King posts how to get on there. And it's really great. So you can talk to us all week about our bullshit. All week long, not just here. And then help us book guests like the way Bone Loads did today with Bob Levy and Charmin did with Anthony Hudson. Because if you want to see us talk to somebody and interact with someone, you book that person. And then they'll be on the show and it'll be great. Oh, my friend Elaine is calling me. Producer Elaine. Yes, Kermit and Friends. How can I help you?
Alicia.
Hey.
Can we go to the beach now? I've heard enough of this crap. Can we go to the beach, please?
Yes.
I need to chill out. I need to jump in the water.
Yes. Yes, I will come. Pick me up, please. See, that's a nice friend. Thank you. What do you think of Noodles, by the way?
He's a tough one.
Yeah. No, ask her if she'd fuck me.
He wants to know if you'd fuck him. I feel bad saying that, but he wants to know. Probably not.
Don't even ask. Don't even go there.
Don't go there. Don't go there, Noodles. Don't go there. All right, Elaine, pick me up. I got to get out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. All right, bye. All right, that was my friend Elaine saving the day.
All right, I love you, Eliza, or whatever your name is.
Alisa, what a doll. Okay, everybody, thank you, Boneloads and Leaf King, for booking Bob Levy. Thank you, Charmin, for booking President Anthony Hudson. We really appreciate everyone that contributes to the show. You guys make the show. You guys book the guests. Do everything, so I don't have to do anything, please. I love hosting it, though, and it just warms my heart to see you every day in the Kermit and Friends Discord server. Enjoy the wrap-up show with Wheezy, and I'll see you next week on Kermit and Friends.
The truth, rising up like angels do. I've been facing death, it's true. Every corner through and through. Devil wants me dead, it's true. I've been searching for the truth. Find me in the sky, it's blue. Catch me flying, rise. Yeah, it's time for you. Yeah, we heard so much about you, and we know it's true. So now nothing holding you. Got the power in your hands, and we know it's true. Yeah, it's time to face the truth. Rising up like angels do. I've been facing death, it's true. Every corner through and through. Devil wants me dead, it's true. I've been searching for the truth. Find me in the sky, it's blue. Catch me flying. Rise, yeah, it's time for you. Yeah, we heard so much about you, and we know it's true. So now fight, nothing holding you. Got the power in your hands, and we know it's true. Rise, yeah, it's time for you. Yeah, we heard so much about you, and we know it's true. So now fight, nothing holding you. Got the power in your hands, and we know it's true.
Dude, that whole fucking Kermit and Friends shit, bro, it's literally like they exploit so many like these fucking like mentally ill motherfuckers, bro. Like people call us mentally ill, but we're not like mentally ill. Those Kermit and Friends fuckers, they actually have motherfuckers with disabilities and shit on there.
I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss.